Welcome to this episode of Self-Maxing, the episode where I would give advice how I would to my past self when you first started out self-improvement. And today we're going to be talking about exercise. So in my experience, this habit is what changed my life the most because it changed how I look. And it's not disagreeable that how we look determines how we are treated in this world. And that's just how the way it is. Halo effect, stuff like that, right? So before I started working out, I was this skinny, frail, nerdy kid. Like I was into Rubik's Cube. I was a video gamer. I was just kind of pushed over by my friends, by my peers, because of course I was fucking small. I just get pushed over. But when I started working out, I started getting big, started getting more respect from my peers. It changed my life the most because I started seeing myself like somebody respectable. This has all happened because I started looking after my body. So people who look like they work out, they look after their body, they gain more respect because their appearance signals strength, like discipline, confidence, and therefore that gets you high social value. And those traits are like desirable, admired, and they're culturally reinforced. So I would divide how you treat exercise as part of your routine into 3 parts. Whatever you call it, training, bodybuilding, exercise. That's the first part. Number 2 is diet, and number 3 is mentality. So let's go over them. So training. So training can be very different for everybody. This is because everyone has different fitness goals, right? So if you don't have a clue for what kind of training you like, you need to start figuring it out now. So there are many different kinds of training. So I'm going to be talking about strength, hypertrophy, and endurance training because those types of training is what I do the most. So for strength training, it builds raw power, while hypertrophy training, it's more about growing the muscle size or improving your definition, improving your physique and your metabolism. Endurance training is more about like cardiovascular stuff. It promotes cardiovascular health. It boosts your stamina, your heart health, and energy levels. So number 2 is diet. So just keep things simple so you're not overwhelmed with all this knowledge about this topic. First, figure out if you want to go in a bulk or you want to go in a cut. So in a nutshell, bulking is when you are on a caloric surplus. A caloric surplus means that you eat more food than usual on purpose so that you can go bigger. That is the opposite for cutting. You eat less food so you appear like more defined. You look shredded, right? You also need to understand what macronutrients are. The 3 macronutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So protein is the builder. So what it does, it helps build and fix your muscles. They're like the true workers that build and repair your body. So they are found in meat, eggs, beans, tofu. Number 2 is carbohydrates, the energy. That is the energy your body uses. So it does give you energy to run, play, and think, whatever. Like fuel for your body, like gas in a car. Just understand it like that. So it's found in rice, bread, pasta, fruits, and potatoes. So number 3 are fats. So these are the helpers. So it keeps your brain, your skin, and hormones healthy. And think of it like your energy reserves that protects and supports you. So they're found in nuts, oils, avocados. So for protein, so 1 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. So in kilograms, that's like 2.2 to 2.6. For carbohydrates, that's 2 to 3 grams per pound and 4.4 to 6.6 grams per kilogram. And for fats, that's 0.3 to 0.5 grams per pound or 6.6 to 1.1 grams per kilogram. But what you need to always remember and try your best to always is to eat clean. I cannot stress this enough. Eat clean whether you are on a bulk or a cut. This is based from experience. You will feel like shit if you eat shit food. You are what you eat, right? So what I notice is when you feel shitty, there is more friction in your workouts. That is by far the most important part of your training is you working out. So when you feel shitty, you don't feel as much motivation, you don't feel as good when you're working out, so therefore you will train less. So that is why you should eat clean always. Avoid the junk food mentality. So here is what I would tell my younger self. Understand that exercise is supposed to be hard, period. There's absolutely no way around it. It will suck. Really, it will suck. Motivation is what will get you started, but discipline is what will keep you going. So discipline is doing the hard work, especially if you don't feel like it. Discipline is painful, but you need to understand life is full of pain, full of suffering already. So you need to choose your pain. So I believe that there are 2 types of pain that you will experience, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So the pain of discipline will hurt until eventually it won't. So as you show up every single day, to every single meal and every single workout, you will find out that this is actually fun. That is what the pain of discipline does. It builds a calloused mind. Therefore, it is more tolerable to difficult things. The pain of regret, it feels good in the moment. Of course, eating those junk food, like laying down in bed, just playing video games all day. That's shit's fucking nice. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like comfy, and I feel all fucking giddy up inside when I just play little games like a fucking mule. Just laying down in bed, playing games all day. That feels good, right? That feels good until it won't. That's what the pain of regret is. So the pain of discipline, it feels bad until it won't, because eventually you will feel good. The pain of regret, it feels like good moments, comfortable, until eventually you will feel like shit. That's how you should think about that. You shouldn't sacrifice the fun today, or you should steal the fun from your future for today. You should always delay gratification. So I try to keep that mentality, because I know I'm still very far from my fullest potential. That's why I don't deserve to feel so happy and feel so comfortable right now, because I still need to suffer, because I understand that I am the worst version of myself today. And I guess I should feel excited because of that, if that's the case. Because imagine yourself like 6 months later from now, if you're still doing the good habits, you're sleeping well, you're eating clean. Imagine the kind of cheer you will be, the kind of person, the kind of man that you will be if you still keep doing the good habits, right? You'll be so much better than you were yesterday. So just to give you a quick summary of the things that I talked about in the video, I would suggest that you just go hard on strength training, hypertrophy training, and endurance training. So strength training is for you to build power and strength, so you can do the household chores, you can lift heavy stuff. For your mom and dad, you lift your groceries, right? And for hypertrophy training is you try to look as good as possible, because that will make the world treat you better and stuff. Because if you look shredded, like, you'll get respect from others. Yeah, so for cardiovascular training, so you got let's start doing the everyday stuff, right? Because your heart health is on point. For diet, what I would advise is, like me, we don't have much money, so I can't buy all the food that I want. I can't buy all the healthy options, because fucking healthy options these days, they're fucking expensive, and that is just so evil. So I would try to advise you to just eat clean, eat organic stuff. I just go hard on eggs. That's what I do. And I just try to skip out all the fucking carbonated drinks, stuff like that. I don't eat chips anymore. I don't eat ice cream and stuff like that. Because if you eat clean, you will feel clean. Therefore, you will feel motivated to do more stuff. Because if you eat shit, then you feel like shit and you don't train as much. And that is the most important part of your training, is your workouts. And the third part of the video was that I talk about mentality, and the mentality you just need to adapt is you need to sacrifice the present for the future. So think long term. You don't want to sacrifice, or you don't want to have fun now so much that your future self will get robbed of it, right? So suffer now, like hit those bicep curls, feel the pain in your body. So in the future, got cut there, but what I was talking about is just delay gratification. Suffer now, so you will have your gym body, gym physique that you've been dreaming of all this time. God bless. Let's go.